Welcome to a late August canoe trip to Algonquin Park with my wife, our youngest son Griffin, and his friend Preston. Canoe trip might not be an accurate description of this video though. If you haven't already noticed, my wife and I are paddling swift packboats, which in my humble opinion are the best way to travel through the park. Algonquin Park is over 7,000 square kilometers in size, with almost 2,000 lakes, connected together by trails commonly referred to as portages. On this trip, we entered the park in the northwest corner and traveled just over 20 kilometers into the park. So it's finally starting to feel like we're in Algonquin Park. You can feel the solitude. At the access point, at the number one access point around lake, there's some cottages on the lake, so you still don't really get the feel that you're in the park. There's no portages yet. We're going down a small river. That's beautiful. And then we'll be coming up to a short portage of 65 meters, and then there's one that's about 250 meters. And then we'll be in the west arm of North T Lake. Oh, let's see here. Gonna be able to get across that. You see where the water's flowing over? That's where we gotta go. Why don't you wait for me, okay? Back up a bit. I'm gonna see if I can run it over it. If I get stuck, I'll let you know, okay? It looks deep enough where you should be able to go over it. Okay? Oh, like you guys know what you're doing, eh? Look at that. So after our last portage of the day, we had our sights set on an island campsite in the middle of a small lake. So when we got to our campsite, it was time to set up. There's no shortage of firewood to be found in Algonquin Park. Spruce and pine continually fall to this forest floor and stay off the ground and dry out, making perfect firewood. Problem is, you'll never find them on an island campsite. Firewood's at a premium.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks, honey. So my lovely wife has made breakfast burritos this morning, and it's a beautiful morning to sit back and look at the lake, have a coffee and have breakfast, and then it'll be time to pack up and move on. Not going too far today. 3 portages and maybe some fishing, hopefully. Just to bring you up to speed, on this trip I'm using my packboat. It's a Swift Adirondack 13.6. Sitting like a kayak. A lot of people still don't know what they're all about. It's basically an open hull kayak, and the great thing about using it in Ontario is we have all these small lakes. You can carry it like a canoe when you get to the trail. This one is particularly light, it's 26 pounds. And that's what I'm in. The 2 boys are in my 16-foot Swift Prospector. It's a carbon fusion package, much like this packboat is, and it's very light. So the Prospector is about 35 pounds, 36 pounds. And my lovely wife is in Swift's, one of Swift's newer packboats. It's a cruiser, I think it's a 14.8 cruiser. And what Swift has done, this 13.6 is one of the original packboats designs from Swift. It's been out the longest, I believe. And they've really become popular. And what they've really done to improve them is they've tightened the cockpit a bit. So they've brought in the gunnels so it makes it easier to paddle. And some of the newer ones are really tight, but yet they widen out for stability. And the cruiser's like that. The new Prospector is a particularly versatile boat. It's wider, but yet really tight in the cockpit, really easy to paddle. You can sit up higher. You can get it in a canoe type seat, or you can get it in a packboat seat. But what I like, from what I've seen, I like the packboat seats. They sit up a little bit higher. Because it's a wider boat and it's more stable, you can get away with that. This one here, I'm basically sitting on the bottom of the boat, more like a kayak. But the beauty of this thing is you can paddle this all day. It's relaxing, and the water is not rough, so it's a piece of cake. These things have their limitations when the waves pick up. The Prospector 16-footer that I have can handle very rough water. I've been in it in water I probably shouldn't have. So yeah, very stable boat. Big reason why we picked this route, we have a new camper with us. My son's friend is with us, his first time ever up this way, ever going on a canoe trip. So I've always enjoyed bringing people who've never done this sort of thing. And again, without getting too sentimental, I'm 50. This is my first time in Algonquin Park as a 50-year-old. And one of the first times I ever came was when I was 13 or 14 years old. So basically my son's age and his friend's age
So sometimes it's kind of weird to think that that's how old I was when I started. And I had teachers bringing me on my first trip. It was a school trip. And I've been going ever since. And basically taking anybody who wants to go. All good, buddy. You got your exercise. Nothing left.
Nothing left?
Nope. All good. I don't know if you can see in the camera, that's Griffey and Preston up to the right of me. They left early because Dean and I were still packing up. And the beauty of being here late in the season, the water's warm. You know, Griffin's been in the canoe long enough. I can just send them on their way. We'll catch up to them. Told them to hug the shoreline. You can't get lost. We're following the shoreline until we get to the portage.
Can't get enough.
Okay, I just wanted to interrupt our Algonquin Park canoe trip video for a quick little gear review. And I gotta tell you, this company, Soppit, sent me this bag without any expectations. They didn't ask me to do a review on it. They didn't ask for anything. They just simply sent me the bag because they believe in their gear. So he asked me if I was willing to take one, and I said, sure, you know what, I'll check it out. And this is a 60-liter dry bag. I've had it now for about 6 months, and I just wanted to get it in a video. I haven't been able to get on with COVID, haven't been able to get a canoe video in a while, so I finally got around to taking it out, and it is by far the best dry bag I have ever seen in person, and I've had quite a few of them, and I shop for pretty much everything on the market. So basically what it is, instead of a portage bag that opens up like a backpack, this is a bag that you can reach into, put all your stuff in here, organize it, and you got your clothes and everything else. So it's a little easier to organize your stuff once you get to camp. It comes with a few dividers and there's some mesh pockets inside. I'll throw those in the video. Good compression sacks will have a two-way valve to get all the air out of it, and it has that as well. And the unique thing about this bag is you fold it over like a typical dry bag. You can hear the valve releasing the air. Clips up. This is a 60-liter model. Comes in a 90-liter model if you're using it for canoe trips. You can carry it like a duffel bag, but it also comes with solid, well-padded straps to carry like a backpack. They take the waterproofness of this bag so serious. It has a very unique seal here that you open up kind of in a unique way. You put your fingers here and you twist it, and the seal opens up this way. I didn't want to get into a whole long review here. I just wanted to, I did tell the company that I would look at the bag, and I am very impressed with it, and that's the only reason it's made the video. If it was garbage, you wouldn't be hearing about it. Again, no money, no sponsorship, just simply sent me the bag, and if I liked it, great, and I do. Can't say enough good things about it. So if you're after a hardcore, heavy-duty dry bag, then this is the bag for you. It's almost overkill. It's so durable. Okay, that's it for that. So in this video, you've seen that my wife Dina here has been in a Swift Cruiser 14.8. I've been in my Swift Adirondack 13.6, and the boys have been in my 16-foot Prospector. So Dee absolutely loves this. We could have just rented a second canoe and just had two boats, and Dina and I have been in the Prospector. But I really, knowing my wife, I knew that she would really like having her own boat and the ease of paddling. And so it's a lot more comfortable to paddle, isn't it?
Yeah, both sides actually.
Yeah. So with this cruiser, the way the packboats have kind of evolved is they've really tucked in the edges so that it doesn't interfere when you're paddling. And you know, we've gone on a lot of trips with our canoe, but I think it's safe to say, Dee, that we like each having our own boat now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way we're going.
Mine's neater.
Yes, yours is much cleaner and neater. But as you see, Dee could portage this no problem with packs on, and my wife is stronger than the average lady, but it was pretty effortless for you.
Yeah.
So it really is probably the way we're heading, and I can see one of these in my wife's future. So I hope you liked the video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up, and as always,
Oh, another one in the book.